Have you ever stood in a crowded room, surrounded by laughter and conversation, yet felt an overwhelming sense of being utterly and completely alone? Have you ever looked at your life, a life that by all external measures should be considered successful or stable, and felt a deep, gnawing emptiness, a feeling that you are a stranger in your own story? This profound sense of being lost, of drifting without an anchor, is not a sign of failure or a flaw in your character. It is a sacred signal, a whisper from the universe that you are standing at the threshold of your true calling. This feeling of being lost manifests in countless ways, often disguising itself as boredom, anxiety, or chronic dissatisfaction. You might find yourself scrolling endlessly through other people's lives online, feeling a strange mix of envy and detachment, as if you are watching a movie that you were never cast in. Your career, which once promised purpose or at least security, now feels like a gilded cage, its daily routines a slow drain on your life force. You jump from hobby to hobby, relationship to relationship, or even city to city, searching for a spark of meaning, only to find the same familiar void waiting for you at each new destination. The world tells you to find a path and stick to it, to climb a ladder, to build a predictable future. But for you, this advice feels like wearing shoes that are 2 sizes too small. You have tried to fit in, to play the part that society assigned to you, but your soul rebels. This rebellion is not a conscious act of defiance. It is an instinctual rejection of a life that is not in alignment with your deeper purpose. This profound disorientation is the first sign that the map you were given does not lead to the treasure you are meant to find. What if I told you that this feeling of being lost is not a problem to be solved, but a message to be decoded? What if this emptiness is not a void to be filled, but a sacred space being cleared? The universe, in its infinite wisdom, does not push you toward your calling by making your life easy. Instead, it often dismantles the life you have built, the identity you have clung to, so that you are left with nothing but the truth of who you are. Feeling lost is the spiritual equivalent of a system reboot. The old operating system is shutting down to make way for a profound upgrade. This experience is the chrysalis stage of your spiritual journey. The caterpillar, a creature of the earth, must literally dissolve into a chaotic, primordial soup within its cocoon before it can reform as a butterfly. To an outside observer, this process looks like destruction and death. But from a higher perspective, it is a necessary and miraculous transformation. Your feeling of being lost is your chrysalis. You are in that sacred, soupy, undefined state where your old self is dissolving, and the magnificent blueprint of your higher self is beginning to take form. It is uncomfortable, confusing, and terrifying, but it is also the birthplace of your wings. The first crucial shift in perspective is to stop fighting the feeling of being lost. Instead of frantically searching for an exit, I invite you to sit with it, to get curious about it. What is this feeling trying to tell you? Where in your body do you feel it most intensely? When did it first appear? Treat this lostness not as an enemy, but as a wise and ancient guide who has come to lead you out of a life that was too small for your spirit. Your soul has intentionally unplugged you from the matrix of societal expectation so that you can finally hear its true signal. One of the most common reasons you feel lost is because your true calling is not something that currently exists in the mainstream world. You are not meant to follow a well-trodden path. You are here to be a trailblazer, a way shower. You are here to create new templates for living, for healing, for lighting. The reason you cannot find a map is because you are the one who is meant to draw it. This feeling of being adrift is the natural state of an explorer who has sailed beyond the edges of the known world. It is a sign of your courage, not your confusion. The universe begins to clear the path for your true calling by removing everything that is out of alignment with it. This can be a painful process. A stable but soul-crushing job might suddenly end. A long-term relationship that was comfortable but limiting might fall apart. Friendships that were based on your old identity might fade away. From the ground, it looks like your world is collapsing. But from a cosmic perspective, the universe is simply removing the props and scenery from the wrong stage, preparing you for the grand production of your true life's mission. As these external structures fall away, you are forced to turn inward. This is where the real journey begins. The lostness compels you to ask the big questions. Who am I without my job title? Who am I without this relationship? What do I truly believe, value, and desire? This process of self-inquiry is the foundation upon which your purpose is built. You are not finding something that is out there. You are uncovering the truth that has always been in here, buried under layers of conditioning, expectation, and fear. The feeling of being lost is the shovel that helps you dig for this buried treasure. Look for the breadcrumbs the universe is leaving for you within this state of confusion. Pay close attention to what sparks your curiosity, even if it seems random or impractical. Is there a subject you find yourself endlessly researching online at 2 a.m.? Is there a type of music that moves you to tears? Is there a social or environmental issue that ignites a fire of passion within you? These are not distractions, they are clues. Your soul speaks in the language of curiosity and passion. Following these seemingly small threads is how you begin to weave the tapestry of your purpose. Synchronicity will become your new language. As you begin to detach from your old life, you will notice an increase in meaningful coincidences. You might think of an old friend and receive a call from them an hour later. You might have a question in your mind and then see the answer on a billboard or overhear it in a stranger's conversation. These are not random events. This is the universe communicating with you directly, confirming that you are moving in the right direction, even if you do not have a final destination in sight. The more lost you feel, the more the universe will send these winks and nudges to guide your way. Your dreams will also become a powerful source of guidance. When your conscious mind is in a state of confusion, your subconscious and higher self use the canvas of your dreams to send you messages, symbols, and guidance. Start keeping a dream journal by your bed. Before you sleep, ask a specific question such as, "What is my next step?" When you wake up, write down everything you can remember, no matter how strange it seems. Over time, you will begin to see patterns and receive profound insights that your waking mind could not access. Your dreams are a direct hotline to your soul's wisdom. The feeling of being lost often forces you into a state of solitude. While this can feel lonely at first, this solitude is a gift. It is in the quiet moments, away from the noise and opinions of the world, that you can finally hear your own inner voice. This is a period of incubation. Use this time to reconnect with yourself and with nature. Go for walks in the woods, sit by the ocean, or simply gaze at the stars. Nature has a way of recalibrating your energy and reminding you that you are part of something vast, ancient, and beautiful. It quiets the fearful chatter of the ego and amplifies the whisper of the soul. During this phase, you may feel an intense pull to heal your past. Old wounds, traumas, and patterns you thought you had dealt with may resurface with a vengeance. This is not a regression, it is a purification. Your soul knows that you cannot carry the heavy baggage of the past into the new reality you are creating. You must lighten your energetic load. Feeling lost provides the space and motivation to finally do this deep inner work. You are not just lost, you are in a profound spiritual detox, clearing out the toxins of the past to make room for your divine purpose. Notice the people who are either entering or leaving your life. When you are on the precipice of your true calling, the universe acts as a cosmic gatekeeper. People who are not aligned with your future self will naturally drift away, often without drama or conflict. At the same time, new people, teachers, mentors, or soul family members will begin to appear, often in the most unexpected ways. These new connections will feel different. They will see you, understand you, and support the person you are becoming, not the person you used to be. Trust this divine orchestration. One of the most challenging aspects of feeling lost is the sense of falling behind. You look at your peers who seem to have it all figured out, the career, the family, the house, and you feel like a failure. It is crucial to understand that you are not on their timeline. You are on a spiritual timeline which operates on different principles. You are in a master's level course of soul evolution, while others may still be in the introductory classes. Your journey is deeper, more complex, and ultimately will have a far greater impact. Release the need to compare. Your path is unique and sacred. Your calling is often hidden in what you have overcome. Think about the greatest challenges and the deepest pain you have experienced in your life. Was it a feeling of not belonging, a struggle with a particular illness, overcoming a toxic family dynamic? Very often, our soul's mission is to become the guide we ourselves needed in our darkest moments. Your mess becomes your message. Your greatest wound becomes the source of your greatest power to heal and serve others. The feeling of being lost is what allows you to find this hidden connection. As you navigate this space of not knowing, practice radical self-compassion. Your ego will tell you that you are lazy, directionless, and wasting your life. It will try to scare you back into the safety of the known. You must learn to parent this fearful part of yourself. Reassure it that it is okay to rest, to be uncertain, to not have a 5-year plan. Celebrate the courage it takes to let go of a life that isn't working, rather than criticizing yourself for not having the new one figured out yet. This journey requires gentleness above all else. The physical world may feel strange and alienating during this time. You might become more sensitive to loud noises, harsh lighting, and dense energies in crowds. You may also find your diet changing as you become drawn to cleaner, high-vibration foods and repulsed by processed, heavy foods. This is not you being difficult. It is your physical body recalibrating its frequency to match the new spiritual energy you are integrating. Your body is becoming a more refined instrument, capable of holding the higher consciousness required for your mission. Honor its needs. Feeling lost is a direct invitation from the universe to surrender. We are taught to control, plan, and force our way through life. This path requires the opposite. It requires you to let go of the oars and trust the current of the river. Surrender is not giving up, it is an active trust in a higher intelligence. It is the profound understanding that the part of you that feels lost is the small, limited ego, while the part of you that is guiding the journey is your infinite, all-knowing higher self. The moment you truly surrender is the moment the path begins to illuminate before you. You will find that your values undergo a radical transformation. Things that once seemed important, status, material possessions, social approval, will lose their luster. In their place, a new set of values will emerge: authenticity, freedom, peace, connection, and service. This shift is a sign that you are beginning to operate from your soul's agenda, not your ego's. The feeling of being lost is the catalyst that forces this reevaluation of what truly matters, creating a foundation for a life of authentic purpose rather than superficial success. Understand that your true calling is not necessarily a job or a career. It is an energetic signature, a way of being. Your calling might be to be a bringer of peace, a holder of space, a voice of truth, or a conduit of creativity. This energy can express itself through many different forms: your work, your relationships, your hobbies, your mere presence. Release the pressure to find the perfect job. Instead, focus on embodying the core energy of your soul's purpose. The what will take care of itself when you are fully committed to the who you are meant to be. This period of feeling lost is designed to strengthen your intuition, which is the primary tool for navigating your new life. When external landmarks are removed, you are forced to rely on your internal compass. Start practicing listening to the subtle nudges and feelings within. When faced with a choice, notice which option makes your body feel expansive and light, and which one makes it feel contractive and heavy. Your body is an incredible barometer for truth. The more you trust these subtle feelings, the stronger and clearer your intuition will become, guiding you step by step out of the wilderness. Be patient with the unfolding. This is not an overnight process. There are layers to this transformation, and each layer must be integrated in its own time. There will be days when you feel a surge of clarity and excitement, followed by days when the confusion and doubt return. This is normal. It is like a ship turning in the ocean. It is a slow, gradual process, not a sharp 90-degree turn. Trust that even on the days you feel most lost, you are still moving forward, guided by an unseen wisdom. Every moment of uncertainty is part of the sacred journey. The feeling of being lost shatters the illusion of separation. In your search for meaning, you will inevitably realize that your personal purpose is deeply interconnected with the well-being of the collective. Your calling is not just for you, it is your unique piece of a grand, cosmic puzzle. It is the specific medicine that you are here to offer the world. The emptiness you feel is a space waiting to be filled with this purpose, a purpose that will not only fulfill you, but will also contribute to the healing and evolution of humanity. You are lost so you can find your way back to everyone. To begin integrating this new understanding, start with a simple daily practice. Each morning before you look at your phone or engage with the world, sit in silence for just 5 minutes. Place your hand on your heart and ask, what is the one thing my soul wants me to know today? Or what is the next right step, no matter how small? Do not search for an answer with your mind. Simply listen. The answer may come as a feeling, an image, a single word, or a sudden urge to do something. This small act of tuning in begins to train you to live from a place of inner guidance rather than external pressure. Create a sacred no and a sacred yes. During this transitional time, your energy is precious. You must become a fierce guardian of it. Your sacred no is a commitment to stop doing things that drain your spirit, even if they seem productive or are expected of you. This could mean saying no to certain social events, projects, or even conversations. Your sacred yes is a commitment to follow even the smallest sparks of joy and curiosity. Saying yes to reading that book, taking that walk, or learning that new skill just because it feels good is how you feed your soul and follow the breadcrumbs. Let go of the need for others to understand your journey. Your friends and family may be concerned, confused, or even critical of the changes they see in you. They may try to pull you back to the person you used to be because it is more comfortable and familiar for them. You must release the need for their validation. This is your path and yours alone. Find strength in your own inner knowing. The more you trust yourself, the less you will need the approval of others. You are answering a call that only you can hear. Reframe your narrative. Instead of telling yourself, I am so lost and confused, begin to tell yourself a new story. I am in a sacred period of recalibration. I am shedding an old life to make way for my true purpose. I am being guided and all is well. The words we use to describe our reality have immense power. By consciously choosing a more empowering narrative, you shift your entire energetic frequency, attracting more clarity, guidance, and support from the universe. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the courageous hero of a profound spiritual adventure. Find one small way to be of service, based on the clues you have already received. You do not need to have your entire mission figured out to start making a difference. If you feel a pull towards animals, volunteer at a local shelter for an hour a week. If you have overcome a particular struggle, share your story anonymously on an online forum. Service is a powerful antidote to the feeling of being lost because it takes you out of your own head and connects you to the flow of universal energy. It reminds you that you have gifts to share right here, right now. Acknowledge that this feeling of being lost is a hallmark of the chosen one archetype. Throughout history, those who were destined to bring significant change to the world, the prophets, the shamans, the visionaries, the artists, all went through a period of profound disorientation and isolation. They had to get lost from the world to find the wisdom that existed beyond it. Your current state is not a sign of weakness, it is an initiation. You are walking a hallowed path, following in the footsteps of every great soul who has ever answered a divine calling. As you move forward, the feeling of being lost will not vanish overnight. Instead, your relationship with it will change. It will transform from a source of terror into a familiar companion, a signal that you are on the edge of your comfort zone, which is where all growth and magic happens. You will learn to dance with the unknown, to find beauty in the uncertainty, and to trust in the magnificent unfolding of your life. The goal is not to never feel lost again. The goal is to trust so deeply in your inner compass that you know you can always find your way home to yourself. Remember this: you are not lost. You are simply off the map of ordinary existence. You have been called to explore a new territory, to chart a new course for yourself and for others. This feeling of disorientation is the price of admission for a life of extraordinary purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. It is the storm that clears the air before the most brilliant sunrise. Hold on, be gentle with yourself, and keep listening to the whispers of your soul. Your greatest adventure is just beginning. You are not lost, you are on the verge of being found in the most spectacular way imaginable.